Just live, bro. Stop trying to control everything and just let go. The philosopher Diogenes is known as the barrel philosopher because he lived in a barrel and he wore nothing. He believed that the more that you owned, the less free that you were. The same philosophy is true with Tyler Durden in Fight Club when he said that the things that you own end up owning you. And on a long enough timeline with different experiences, you'll realize that this is actually very true. I myself realized this very early, so I love to just only live with a backpack. Sometimes I feel kind of stressed when I am constantly carrying things around with me. You know, say if I have to move house, I've got all these items that I have to worry about, that I have to keep track of whenever I move. And you know, say when I leave the car on the street, part of my mind is always thinking, is someone breaking into my car right now? When you have desires, when you have material objects, when you have all these things in your life that you want, you realize that you're not truly a free man. You have to learn to let go. Just simply exist. The people that can appreciate the moment for what it is and not try to manipulate it in any way and not have desires, those are the ones who are at peace the most. You'll realize that in life. It's really easy to say, but it's so hard to actually do. You really got to realize that a lot of the time what is actually causing you the most suffering is the fact that you're trying to optimize. And ironically, the desire for optimization in and of itself, de-optimizing. Life is not meant to be a performance, so you need to stop treating everything like it's an audition. Do you remember that famous quote from that one Kanye interview? And he asked a question which was, when do people have most anxiety in school? On test day, right? So if everything you do, every answer that you give people, every action you take, is like trying to answer a question on a test to do the right thing, then you're gonna have anxiety for the rest of your life. It's so true. You don't need approval to exist. The ego's greatest addiction is admiration. So you'll see people that are constantly seeking admiration and validation. That's why they post all of their achievements online. That's why a lot of the time, people's social media feed is only when they've done something good. But that's not even reality. And you need to let go of these things and simply exist. Most pressure is imaginary. It's created by comparison that's created when you scroll. The long-term effects of this are no joke either, seriously. You will do so much healing when you accept your reality and where you're at. Sure, you can always work towards things that you want. Ambition is very powerful, but don't beat yourself up when you're not there. Like right now, for me in my life, I'm currently in the process of trying to become a big name so that I can travel the world to make videos and meet people that I look up to. But you know, right now, I'm at 173 subscribers. That's on a channel that's currently about motivation and self-improvement. I think these aspects will always be a part of me, but it's such a small part of me that it almost feels fake. When I was in school, I remember talking to someone who was extremely discouraged about their test results. And I kind of just locked in somehow and gave them like a motivational speech. And then I remember them telling me, they're like, wow, you should be a motivational speaker. And ever since then, that's kind of stuck with me. So when I look back on this moment, I kind of relax a little, knowing that I can be very authentic in motivating people. The motivation in me is certainly there, but it's only like 3% of me. But don't get me wrong, I really do enjoy waking up every day, doing my daily walks, and filming these motivational videos. If I can help one person, then I've won. But in reality, I really want to be entertaining people and meeting people on the other side of the world, getting out there and trying new things. I want to try everything. So right now, I look at myself as a failure. I'm turning 20 soon, and I am nowhere near where I want to be in life. And then I look at all these people around me that are younger than me, more successful, and it's almost impossible not to beat myself up. But if I take a step back and actually look at what I've achieved, I feel a lot more grateful, and I'm able to let go a little bit, which in turn leads me to relax a lot more. Simply posting videos on this channel was a huge step for me that I'm extremely proud of. And the fact that I've done it daily for like months now is extremely commendable. Considering that 3 months ago, I was wanting to post, but I wasn't posting. But I forced myself to do it, and that's something to be very proud of. And I'm sure you guys as viewers have your own versions of this, where you beat yourself up over something. But if you actually take a step backwards, you're actually doing okay. You're right where you need to be, and you're doing okay. Waiting for perfect is wasting real time. There's never going to be some sort of flawless moment, perfect mindset, or maybe an ideal setup. These things aren't going to exist. Action will create clarity. So the phrase just live is not saying just let go of everything and don't do anything in life. You should still take action, but take action without thinking to yourself, oh, this situation needs to be perfect, because it doesn't. People always wait for perfect conditions, but they don't realize that the perfect condition is just starting. Oh, I need to be in X, Y, or Z position to be able to start. You don't need to do that, trust me. And also understand that you don't need to become someone. You already are someone. Life is a lifelong project. Life is just a culmination of you evolving over time. There is no set version or optimized version of yourself. It's an ever-changing thing. And so growth matters, but obsessing over this idea of fixing yourself, it can become, in a way, another form of procrastination. You need to live while you're evolving. That's the only way you can appreciate and enjoy. So go hang out with the people that you love. Spend some time doing the things that you love. You only have a finite amount of time on this planet, so you don't need to be someone. Just be you, because you already are someone, right? Most anxiety people experience is from living in the future. So worry is essentially just borrowing problems that don't even exist yet. So if I'm anxious now, but I'm going to be anxious in 10 minutes, what is even the point of being anxious? Whenever you start to get to where you want to be in life, you will always want the next thing. You cannot let this take control of you. You've got to learn to just be present at where you're at, but still seek for growth, obviously. These things are not mutually exclusive, so you can appreciate where you're at and still want growth. Simply living beats optimization. When all you're doing is trying to get better and better every day, you'll look back and realize that your desire to get better every day eliminated the experience of living every day. So you don't need to have this perfect routine. You don't need to have everything outlined. You don't need a perfect diet, a perfect mindset. Instead, just wake up, do something meaningful, rest, and then repeat. That's literally it. Don't overcomplicate it. There's really nothing more to it. If you fill your day with fruitful things that you truly desire, that's what you'll win. The ancient Romans believed in this thing called otium, which is essentially the idea of leisure time, but not in a way that you just waste time and are lazy, but more like doing things that are fruitful to the soul. And so the idea is that you are doing something meaningful with your time, and that is how people back then measured their wealth, was by how much leisure time they had. That's insane to think about, right? Because in our world today, it's so hustle culture. But back then, the less you did, the wealthier you were. So just live. Just live should mean feel everything. Stop letting yourself be bored. Let yourself be excited. Let yourself fail. Let yourself succeed. You need to stop numbing every emotion with distractions. Being alive means experiencing it all. The good, the bad, the ugly. And once you accept this, that's when you'll embrace life and you'll truly begin to live. No one is keeping the score, by the way. You're not behind. There really is no universal timeline. Most people are just winging it, and they're winging it quietly. That's how you have to approach life. Whatever you think makes sense, you do it, and you don't look back. And then maybe you'll fail, but you can just grow from it. At some point, you just got to start choosing to participate. Stop spectating your own life. Stop saying no. Start saying yes to more things. Go outside. Start that business you wanted to start. Send that message you wanted to send. Just take the risk. At the end of the day, just live, bro. Just try. Just take action. Don't take anything too seriously. You have a finite amount of time on this earth. You won the cosmic lottery to be alive. The chances you're even born are 1 in 400 trillion. So bro, just live. And you don't get much time. So please, don't spend a second of it worrying. Just live, bro.